Before we start this video, we opened a new store on Teespring with all of our previous t-shirt campaigns. So if you missed this shirt or that shirt, you can go check them out now. We'll be doing this for all of our future campaigns a little bit after they end. We'll be posting it on our store, so if you missed them, you can go pick them up. The shirt's art was done by Michael Fortman, aka Sir Fluffy Fox, and Kitsune Zakuro, so go show them some love down below and help us out because YouTube is an unpredictable platform and we might run out of money one day. Okay, enjoy the video. What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and today I am joined, of course, by Haley, and we are going to discuss something that a lot of people have been talking about recently. We're going to give our little 2 cents on the subject, and that is, of course, what happened to White Diamond. We know what happened to Pink Diamond. She's super dead. What happened to White Diamond? Where is she? Why was she not at the trial? What's her deal? Where's she at? She's got to be somewhere. Is she on Homeworld? What's going on? So, Haley, I know you had some specific thoughts about this topic, so why don't you take the floor? Okay, so I know a common idea about like White Diamond is that she's still around pretty much, and she's just, she's very high up. Said maybe it wouldn't have been like the biggest thing that, even though this is one of the 4 diamonds we're talking about being shattered, maybe she didn't see it like as the most important thing to be there at the trial specifically. Maybe she was doing other things, but there could be other things that I don't think people have been talking about too much comparatively. But I want to bring up the fact that it's possible that maybe she left the other diamonds after this, because it was obviously a traumatic experience for all of them. So in that same way, perhaps she reacted differently than Blue Diamond, who got really sad and wanted to keep the memory of Pink Diamond alive, or Yellow Diamond, who got very angry and wanted to get rid of everything that was related to Pink Diamond. Yeah, stuffed it inside. Exactly. So a different thing, like kind of a different way than the other 2 that this one could go, is that she just straight up left because it was too much. I'm out, guys. See ya. I know, right? Yeah. And that'd be interesting because I'm expecting White Diamond to have a very different reaction to them, because I feel like my first thought would be like it'd be kind of angry, like because she's like the highest, potentially the highest diamond up there. That she'd be kind of like Yellow Diamond in how she acts and stuff, but we don't know that yet. So I'm thinking, a different direction would be very interesting as well. Yeah, I think it would be probably too easy to do it just like Yellow Diamond. So I think you're right. I think they would do it something differently, because Blue Diamond has it where she's just really sad and just being overly emotional and not moving on, and then we have Yellow Diamond who's being angry and like I said, stuffing her emotions inside and trying to pretend they're not there. And then we could have White Diamond, who, if she just runs away, that's her just running away from her problems and just kind of like being like, maybe she feels somehow responsible. I don't know why she would per se, but it would, yeah. Unless, like, of course she was literally responsible for Pink Diamond's death. She actually killed her for whatever motives she had, and maybe she couldn't live with the guilt of dealing with that. Assuming like Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond don't know, she may have just left and like just couldn't live with it anymore. She couldn't do the diamond stuff anymore because of what she did. But I feel like if she was going to bring herself to do that in the first place, she wouldn't feel that guilty right after. Like, that's a really huge flip. So yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Unless, like, going back to what you said before, her at the not showing up to the trial, the war is over. There's really no productive reason to have Rose Quartz other than just justice, just because. So maybe White Diamond is even more cruel than Yellow Diamond, doesn't even want to deal with it, kind of like how Yellow Diamond didn't want to deal with it, but to the extent of she didn't even feel like she needed to be there. So yeah. And one other thing with that, like, you might question why she's still in the logo. She left her 2 sisters there out to grieve for her, Pink Diamond shattering. Well, it's possible that maybe they hope she'll come back, or she's like, okay, just whatever, and they still believe that, because, like, we know that White Diamond in the mural has the most planets, and looks like she might be holding Homeworld, and we saw her, I don't know what, nobody's certain about what that is, the big statue. I don't think it's a statue. They said it wasn't. I think I might be wrong, but I believe Rebecca Sugar may have confirmed that was like the Homeworld equivalent of the temple, sort of. So that could be like some sort of housing ground for elite gems, or maybe all the diamonds potentially. That'd be pretty interesting.
Okay, well, her temple, yeah, maybe, they all still have that because they hope she'll come back.
Yeah, and you brought up that she could be sort of like supernatural god.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was gonna get into that.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, one other thing that that I thought was a possibility that I don't think anybody's really discussed is that I don't know if you might probably haven't seen the show Supernatural, Michael.
I have not.
Okay, and I'm assuming a lot of you guys haven't as well. It's
I feel like they have
pretty long
it's big
show.
on Tumblr, so I feel like
That
it's the
is
same
true,
audience.
but I don't know. It's more popular with like girls, so not for our audience. Well, yeah, I mean, well, for you guys that have, there's the character of God in Supernatural is an actual thing, or he's also known as Chuck. And
What?
basically, what happens with him, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I watched it. It's been like a year around, but basically the story of it is that God was there in the beginning, and then he created all that stuff, but then he kind of left with some vague instructions, and it's been so long that everybody doesn't know where he is or what he's doing, or like even if he still exists, but they're still trying to follow what his orders are, even though they might be screwing up along the way. So something along that vein, and which I think would be really interesting, and also the reason why they still kept White Diamond on their logos, because it's like she's pretty much their god in a way. Mm-hmm. So all her subjects are trying to continue what she wanted, but after so much time has passed, they might have totally done something different. Like Homeworld is totally different than what it used to be. So that could be it. Also, I mean, because of the resource shortage, but also over time. We know that Lapis said it's changed so much, but it could even be older than that she left. Like she might have only been there in the very beginning. So yeah, it'd be very different from when she was around if this was the case.
Yeah, so they might just be misinterpreting everything that she wanted them to do. So she'd be more like a figurehead essentially, almost like a deity. And a shout out to Slice of Otaku. He actually did a video kind of tackling a similar type of idea of White Diamond being more so a god figure for the Diamonds, more than like a straight up leader, a political figure. So yeah, I think that's definitely interesting, and it's very curious that she is not present in the trial. Did you just think of something?
No, I was just like, I didn't know he made a video.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
So he goes more in depth with it, and kind of goes into actual real world religious symbolism and how White Diamond kind of connects to that. So go check that video out. We'll leave a link in the end of the video for that theory. It's really good, really well done. And another possibility is that she might be dealing with something bigger. So a lot of people have been speculating that there actually could be other type of alien species or some other greater threat that the crystal gems are not aware of, that the diamonds and the homeworld gems are aware of, that they're currently fighting, because they colonize a lot of planets. So I'm sure they've come across a lot of planets, come across a lot of different life forms. So it is possible the White Diamond was dealing with some more major thing that is going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Could be Sneakbo, maybe. But yeah, maybe that's why she wasn't at the trial. So she just had Yellow and Blue Diamond both take care of it, since it is kind of a big deal. But she wasn't able to make it because she was on some other planet or something. But I think it's very interesting that we got that hint. That White Diamond with her big temple type thing, it was very interesting. They really emphasized that because it was even in the title cards and everything, so that was pretty telling. Mm-hmm. But so we don't know where she is. She could be any number of places. But how do you think they're going to reintroduce or introduce us to White Diamond? Because we haven't heard any mention of her. We've only seen imagery in the temples, in the moon base, and now this big statue, and obviously the symbol itself. So we know she's got to be a thing to some degree, unless she's like some type of fusion or something, which I highly doubt. But how do you think they're going to bring White Diamond into the story in a way that's organic? Because most people, myself included, thought it was going to be during Wanted, and that would have made the most sense from what we know. So what big thing could possibly happen that you think would even require White Diamond, and how could they build up to that point now that we've seen two diamonds already?
Well, usually what they've done in the past is that they usually name drop them first, a couple times usually, or they seem like with Yellow Diamond, I know for a fact. I'm not sure about Blue Diamond, but we have seen the mural of White Diamond, and we have now seen that kind of that temple-like thing on Homeworld. So that's two things. Then if we get an actual name drop, you know, we could start hearing rumors about her maybe until it just like it gets bigger and bigger, and then it's like, okay, where is she? What's going on? And finally, she shows up when, you know, at a very unfortunate time, perhaps. If it's with Steven, obviously, because that's how we see pretty much everything in the show. So I'm thinking, you know, it's going to be a big moment, not just like with like Blue Diamond. We first saw her, I believe, that in Korea, right? And so that was kind of like, I guess that made sense. I mean, it was kind of unexpected almost because she was on Earth.
Right. And that was that was like almost like a huge reveal, like whoa, like
yeah. Which I wouldn't think they would go that direction with White Diamond. I think maybe it'd be on her territory, which is Homeworld. She just, like, next time Steven perhaps goes to Homeworld again, if that happens, or you know, I mean, I'm expecting to see more of Homeworld because we saw pretty much nothing of it except like the old kindergarten. That's pretty much it for that whole time, which is really unfortunate. So I really hope we see more Homeworld. And then once we do, maybe, you know, we could learn some more lore about the place, and then eventually get into the history, perhaps, and then finally see, you know, White Diamond herself, the one that we're predicting could be like a godlike figure.
That'd be wild. And we do still need to get Lars, so we'll be coming back, I'm sure.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, that'd be really crazy if Steven goes to check on Lars, so he like goes through Lion, and then he comes out through Lars, and he just sees White Diamond staring at him because they got caught or something, and he's just like, oh my god, and he just goes right back.
Yeah, right?
That'd be insane. I don't think it'll be like that, though. I don't think it would be that quick, but if, you know, maybe something similar to that could happen where the off-colors do end up getting caught or something, which I doubt because they know the tunnels and they know the area, they know what they're doing. But they're more so on the run than they were before. So if they like happen to get caught and we weren't expecting it, then maybe Steven could pop out through Lars and they're in some type of holding area or something, and we see White Diamond, or I don't know, something like that. That'd be pretty interesting because Lars does look like a gem now. So people are going to be very confused about Lars because he doesn't look like a human. And granted, gems don't really know much about humans, so maybe they wouldn't know the difference. But Lars could potentially pretend to be a gem to some degree.
I feel like they have a real good sense of if they have a gem or not, even not just looking at the gem itself. Like, they can almost sense it. I don't know. Or just like looking at the physical body, they can like totally tell. I feel like because with Steven, like with Rose's coloring, she just looks pretty almost like a human, pretty much. But then Yellow Diamond could immediately tell that like something's wrong with this Steven. Like,
yeah,
she's like, what is this thing?
Yeah, he dresses differently than they do. But other than that, I mean, he's pink, so he just looks like a rose or some type of pink gem. Other than the fact that he's got a male form, but they could theoretically shapeshift into a male form. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. So it's possible he gets mistaken for a gem, another off color, and maybe he's like a special type of case because he doesn't actually have a gem. So they're kind of trying to figure out what he is. Maybe they think he's some type of alien species or something like that. But Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond are aware that Lars is a human, but if he turns pink, they might be confused. I don't know. We're really rambling now, getting into a completely different subject altogether. But yeah, obviously the White Diamond reveal more likely than not will be a huge thing. I don't know if we'll get a direct mention beforehand. We have with, like you said, the other two diamonds, Blue Diamond in the answer and Yellow Diamond a couple times in passing. So I'm not sure. They just seem to really be building up to this. So maybe we won't even see her till like the end, which would be pretty interesting. But yeah. She's probably away somewhere dealing with other stuff, or maybe she's a godlike figure and not actually a political figure. That's kind of what we're taking away, but we don't really know for sure. It's really hard to say at this point because we know pretty much nothing about her. So do you have any final thoughts, Haley?
No, I really wanted to see her in Wanted, and that didn't happen. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Because all the imagery that we've seen of her, we're going to see. I mean, if we don't see her, I'm going to be really, really sad.
Yeah, no, we'll see her.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Amazing if we didn't. I'd almost be so impressed. I'd be so impressed I couldn't be mad if we never saw White Diamond.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were just trolling us the whole time. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. What do you guys think is happening with White Diamond? Where is she? What's her deal? Why was she not at the trial? What do you think is going on? Let us know in the comments down below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more Steven Universe theories and discussions, and hit that little notification bell right next to the subscribe button after you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when we do these Steven Universe discussions. Really helps us out. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams. You've been watching Cartoon Universe. I'm joined by Haley, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.